allergies are just driving me crazy. I can't even think straight, but I'm going to try to do this video. So earlier today, I did a video on this David Lynch guy, this filmmaker, David Lynch, who did shows like Twin Peaks um, and his first ever movie that he ever did, his breakthrough was, I think, Eraserhead in 1977, which is the year Elvis died, by the way. And that same year that Elvis died, there was a horse called Seattle Slew that won the Triple Crown on June 11th. Okay, and and my two predictions is that Washington State, because that's where Seattle is, Washington State is going to have this horrific event happen where they're going to crack Washington State, a part of it, off. Okay, so on June 11th, it's going to happen. And today is 116, which is the same kind of numbers as 611. 611, 116, 116, get it? And today, this David Lynch died, okay? And I told you this, David Lynch, he did this Eraserhead movie, which I guess was his breakthrough movie in 1977, the year Elvis died. And anyway, so today there was also a few other things. I'm going to show you some things that I didn't show in that other video. There was rocket. There was a couple of rockets shot today by Blue Origin, and also by SpaceX. One of them blew up, and I told you that that rockets connect to Elvis, because Elvis is the rocket man. That's why Trump was calling Kim Ding Dong, the North Korean dictator, Rocket Man, because Rocket Man, the Kim Ding Dong, is born on Elvis's birthday, just like David Bowie, he's Rocket Man too, connection, and he's born on Elvis's birthday too. Anyway, but I've shown all the David Bowie stuff. I'm not here to talk about him. But this David Lynch died today, all right? And he actually loved Elvis too, this David Lynch, this movie, this creator of TV and movies and stuff. And he was famous for doing Twin Peaks, this TV show called Twin Peaks. And it's interesting that there was a Twin Peaks fan celebration held at Graceland at Elvis's. This was in 2020. It was held at Graceland, Elvis's home. But Elvis, supposedly died years ago, right? But anyway, so this June 11th event that's going to happen that connects to Elvis, that's in Washington State on June 11th, where they're going to crack it in half. This Twin Peaks show that David Lynch created was, hold on one second here. That was created. It's let me show you this. See. So he was the creator, I guess, of Twin Peaks, and it's based in Washington State, the show. Okay? And I'll show you the TP connection later, okay? But David Lynch, he died on 116, and I told you the event is going to be on June 11th, the Washington State event. So that's a connection to 611 right there, because it looks like the same numbers, right? And the Twin Peaks, the very first episode of Twin Peaks happened on 4/8 in the year 90. And in that year 90, Elvis turned 55 on January 8th, his birthday. He turned 55 years old, Elvis. And Satan equals 55. And right now, Elvis is 90. See, in 1990, he turned 55, which is Satan. And now Elvis just turned 90 years old this year on January 8th. But anyway, the first episode was on 4/8. And I told you guys that Trump is going to get his head wound on 8/4. Okay, so you have a connection right there, because, they say the date's backwards in the UK. So 8/4 is when Trump's really going to get his head wound, but it's still the same connection, 8/4, 4/8, And And that guy who was the main character on the show, his name is Kyle MacLachlan. Look when he's born. When is Kyle MacLachlan born?
Kyle MacLachlan was born on February 22nd, 1959.
Oh, his name is Kyle MacLachlan. MacLachlan. Whatever the hell. But he's born on February 22nd, which is Washington's birthday. George Washington's second birthday. His original birthday was 2/11, which was the 42nd day of the year, 2/11. And Washington's the 42nd state. Elvis died at the age of 42. But they changed it to February 22nd, Washington's birthday. And this guy, this Kyle guy, he's born in Washington state, you know? The guy who was the on the show. And he kind of has that Elvis vibe a little bit, you know? I don't know. You know what I mean? He kind of has an Elvis vibe a little bit. This guy from the Twin Peaks show. But that's not who died. The guy who died, I'm going to show you who he is in a minute. But it's a Washington connection with him, too. That's the point I'm trying to make. He was born on Washington's birthday, and he's born in the state of Washington. And he kind of looks like Elvis, right? Give me a second here. And, you know, Twin Peaks reminds me of Twin Pines. You know, in the Back to the Future, they show those Twin Pines. And that's where you see the time on the clock was 119, which is like 6:11 or 9:11, you know. And then later it went from Twin Pines Mall to Lone Pine, something like that. So it went from 2 to 1. You get it? And remember, that Back to the Future is all about Elvis, and it's all about Trump, but it has Elvis connections too, to everything, to this puzzle. Okay, so you know that Trump's gonna get his head wound on August 4th in Ohio, and the Washington State event is June 11th. Okay. Now, just real quick, let me show you this. Give me a second here. I have to show this real quick before I move on. So, you know, Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216, and 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216, which is Obama's birthday, August 4th. August 4th is Obama's birthday. That's why Obama had to be the president before Trump, because Trump has to connect to that August 4th date with the 44th president, because Trump is the 44th person, but the 45th president. So that's why he had to connect to the 44 with the August 4th, which is Obama's birthday. And Trump gets the head wound on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year. Trump is born on 6/14. 6 times 14 equals 84. And Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216. And 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Anyway, why am I bringing this up? You'll see why. Because this David Lynch, his full name equals 155. If you just add up the letters to what it is in the alphabet. And from Elvis's birthday, 1/8 to 6/11 on a regular year, which is this year's a regular year, not a leap year, it's 155 days when you add the day. It's 154 if you don't add the day, and 154 is the Antichrist number, but 155 when you add the day. And David Keith Lynch equals 155, and the first number when written out to equal 216 is 155. 155 written out equals 216, and it's the first number that does that. And I just got finished telling you all the 216 connections, which is August 4th, Trump's head wound, 216th day of the year, and Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, and the 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. You see what I mean? And Trump's birthday, 6/14, 6 times 14 equals 84. All right? Anyway, so why am I showing you that? Earlier today, this is what I didn't show you. So remember, Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th. And look at this. Hold on one second. So remember, David Lynch died today on 1/16. Look, Trump's going to get his head won on August 4th, the 216th day and the 217th day on a leap year. So from Trump's birthday to today's date, if you don't add the days, 216 days. If you add the days, 217 days. And today's the date Lynch died. You see that? Again, and remember, this is to the 611 number, you see, which connects to the June 11th event, because everything that connects to Trump connects to Elvis, you know. So it's the 216, 217th day of the year is August 4th. And in between Trump's birthday and the day this David Lynch died, the Twin Peaks guy, is 216, 217 days. Okay? Now, look at this. If you still think these are coincidences, what about this? So remember, Trump's going to get his head won on 8/4 from August 4th to David Lynch's death day, which is today here in America. But when you guys see this video, it's probably going to be tomorrow already, some of you. But anyway, today's 116 when he died. August 4th to 116 is 165 or 166 when you add the day. Trump's birthday is 6/14, which is the 165th day on a regular year, 166th day on a leap year. You see that? Okay? Do you understand what I'm telling you? And Trump's going to get his head won. Trump's going to get his head won on 8/4. And that's what I'm, showing you from 8/4 to today's date. You see what I mean? And also, Trump was born in the year 46. Lynch was born in the year 46. Lynch dies at the age of 78. Trump's age right now is 78. But Trump's going to turn 79 this year. And Lynch, he turns 79 in 4 days. Donald Trump's inauguration day is 1/20. David Lynch's birthday is on 1/20. So think about how crazy that is. So you don't think this is a ritual right here? See, this is a real ritual. Not those other rituals that people are showing all these stupid numbers that match here and there. No, this is a real ritual. Okay? When you see me do a video on somebody, it means that it completely connects. Okay? I don't just make stuff up. All right? All right? And isn't it interesting that from David Lynch's birthday to Trump's birthday, they're born in the same year, 6/14. It's 146 days. You have the 614 number, just like Trump's birthday. 614, 614. You see what I mean? Did you guys understand all that? Let me check on the chat here. Give me a second. Yeah, I can't even. My eyes are so bad I can't barely see the chat here. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that in the other video. I mentioned that. I'm glad you reminded me. David Lynch's father's name is Donald. Can you believe that? David Lynch's father's name is Donald. Yeah, I mentioned that in the other video. But you see how crazy this is? I'm sure that's just all coincidences, folks. All right. Now, Twin Peaks, I told you the very first episode was 4/8, which is kind of like the numbers 8/4 when Trump gets his head won on 8/4. Did you know that there was 3 seasons of Twin Peaks? Pay attention. The total amount out of the 3 seasons was 48 total episodes. Okay? But here's where it's interesting. Like I said, the first episode was on 4/8/1990, and it was back-to-back seasons, season 1 and season 2, 1990, 1991. It had only 30 episodes, those 2 seasons. But then they shut it down for 25 years later on May 21st, 2017. Okay? It was 25 years later that they brought it back. They resurrected it. You see what I mean? The stupid show. And they had 18 more episodes. So it was 30 and 18 make 48. But what's interesting, and it was 3 seasons, right? The 3 is like the crown number, I told you. And what's interesting is that second season, the first, back-to-back seasons, the first and second one, the very last episode of Twin Peaks. What was the last episode of Twin Peaks? Hold on. What was the date of the last episode of Twin Peaks? Look. See? June 10th. So the day before June 11th, you see that? Was the last episode. But that was in the first 2 seasons. I told you that 25 years later, they resurrected it. So then it started up again and had new dates. But isn't that weird how they stopped it and then 25 years later, and we're in the year 25. So you know what I mean? So that's a big deal right there. And because it was the day before 6/11, right? And also, for the people who've never seen this, let me just show you guys this, why it's so important, that June 10th connection. What? Someone's talking about something about a Crazy Clown Time album by David Lynch. I don't know that. I don't even know what that is. He's a musician too? I don't get it. Hold on, let me catch up to the chat here. Yeah, he did the movie Mulholland Drive too, that's right. Yeah, 25 years later, it was resurrected, yeah. Yeah, and they also did a movie called Twin Peaks, and the title said fire, something with fire in it. Fire, walk with fire or something, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, and someone's saying that they mentioned that it was $1.8 million it made or something. How much did the movie Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me make? Oh, no, yeah, but you're talking about a different article, yeah. When they first were talking about it, right? They said 1.8, yeah, which is Elvis' birthday. Fire Walk With Me was the name of the movie. But anyway, Twin Peaks, the TV series I'm talking about. Yeah, and David Duchovny was in Twin Peaks, that's right. Yeah, there was many connections with Elvis. He was in X-Files too, yeah. The Elvis connection in that X-Files. But anyway, let me just show you something about the 610 real quick, because it's the one day before before the 6/11 date, right, of the Washington State event. Just let me show you this. Yeah, I've shown this many times, but I'm gonna give me a second. Anyway, look at them, and I told you that's the day that, hold on 1 second here. So, I was watching this show, like I said, I've shown this many times. So I'm watching this show about Elvis and, behind the scenes type of thing. And they were showing the last check. Elvis's checkbook and who wrote the checks and all that stuff, So Elvis's last check and checkbook, look at this. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up. So, look, it's Elvis's checkbook. You can see right there up at the top. It says Elvis Presley. And first, let me show you this. Let me see if I can. Even his I know you can't see it, but it says 116611 in the end right there. But so this is Elvis's checkbook. Look at this. Look at the numbers of the check. Look at this. You have 611 and 84. I mean, can you believe this? That's the only numbers. And you have all these crowns. Triple crown with 611. That's when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on 611, the year Elvis died. And look, 84 surrounded by two O's, like Ohio. O-H-I-O. You get what I'm saying? It's 84. He's going to get his head wound in Ohio. But this is crazy, right? That's his checkbook. It's got the 611 and the 84 on it, right? Now watch. Where is it? Hold on. Where is it? All right, now let's go to the 545 mark. So what you're going to see is what this guy, listen to what this guy says. I'm going to be talking as somebody else talks. Watch. 10, that's one day before 611. I mean, it's one number before 611. I mean, this is just unbelievable, right? Now listen to what they say.
Check number 610, and look at this. Check number 611, waiting to be written.
Yep.
Wow.
Metaphysics.
Memphis. Check number 610, and look at this. Check number 611, waiting to be written.
Yep.
Wow.
Metaphysical.
Memphis. Check number 610, and look at this. Check number 611, waiting to be written.
Yep.
Wow.
Metaphysical.
Yeah, the check that was never written. But the last one on August 15th.
So now look at the attention to what. Now look at the numbers on there. Even under the 611. First of all, you have the 611 with the crown, the O, and then look down here. There's 84 with a 0. Man, how am I gonna make this where you can see it? It's hard to see it, man. Why am I having trouble seeing it? It's 84 with a crown, and look, you have 261. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, and August 4th is the 216th day of the year. Same numbers, But it's the 84 and the 611 again. I mean, can you believe this? I mean, think about how ridiculous that is. You know what I mean? And by the way, folks, I could show you tons of connections with the 84 and 611 stuff, but I'm not going to get into that. I was just trying to show you the connection with that Trump, Huh. I can barely see, man. I'm having really trouble seeing, folks. My eyes are so bad. Yeah, and the 611 is like the 911. Yeah. Same thing. Yeah, it's like I said, it's beyond ridiculous, Yeah, and we're talking about head wounds, and this David Lynch, his first movie that was really popular was Eraserhead, the same year Elvis died, I have all these other number connections I could show you. I'm talking about I'm not gonna, it's too much. Too much info, folks. Where's the... Oh, I don't even have my other phone. It's all right. I don't need to show anymore, folks. like I said, for the people who are new, you got to watch all my live streams. I'm not going to sit here and go through every single connection every time. You know what I mean? It's too much. You don't understand, folks. We're talking thousands of pieces of information that connects to this puzzle. And it's not just minor stuff. We're talking supernatural information, okay? Not, stuff you see on other people's channels where they're connecting. I don't even want to get into how other people do gematria, because I understand that they have their shtick, whatever it is, but God bless them. But they're not doing it properly. Because if you did it properly, you wouldn't get the connections that they keep showing like that. Because it's just you're playing with numbers and ciphers that you shouldn't be playing with, because you can connect every single word and everything like that. Anyway, but the people who are new, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I'll leave this video up until tomorrow. Like I said, I could have shown a bunch more, but I'm going to end it with that. I might take down this video too and just redo it again tomorrow for the morning people. Oh yeah, somebody named, I don't know who that is, Miguel Ferrar from Twin Peaks died on 119. Interesting. See, and the twin connection is the twin connection is because of Elvis. Elvis, his identical twin, died at birth, and or it was a sacrifice, you know what I mean? Some kind of satanic ritual, who knows, But so let me just show you why Twin Peaks is so important. The name, even the TP, just like during the pandemic, you had everything connected to Elvis, even with the pandemic, with the C-19. I tell you, the C-19 has to do with Elvis losing his crown, and Corona means crown. And I was talking about that before the 19 sickness even came out. I was telling everyone that Lucifer needs his 19 crown, and Elvis represents Lucifer. All right, I've been talking about this for years, folks. It's coming to an end. I told you that. It's going to be my last year doing this, as far as researching, because it's over. Okay, this is the final year. Hold on, let me catch up to the chat before I show this last part. Yeah, I appreciate the research. I see what you guys are saying, yeah. Let me just show the TP connections. So during the pandemic, you had the Crown 19 sickness, and the first case was in Washington State, Seattle, King County. First case was in King County. First death was King County. First outbreak was in King County. We're talking about Washington State, and the first clinical trials of the C-19 was from a woman who took it, was Jennifer Haller. She was from Washington State. And then, who was the first famous person to get it? Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, what was he doing when he got it? Filming the Elvis movie. See what I mean? Why? Out of all the famous people, and You know what I mean? He's the first one to get it, and he's filming the Elvis movie. Come on. And it's in Washington State. Elvis, Washington. You see how perfect it is? In King County, Elvis is known as the King. And King County is named after Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died. You understand? And even the date of MLK, you know, him dying on 4/4, but it was the 4 or 5 day of the year because it was a leap year, so 4/4 landed on the 4 or 5 day. So it's the 44-45 connection, and Trump is the 44-45 president. He's going to be the 47, 44, 45, and 47, which I've shown all those connections too. But anyway, back to the TP, because toilet paper was the big deal during the pandemic, right? The TP. Why is TP so important? Just like the Twin Peaks, right? Because T is the 20th letter and P is the 16th letter. 2016. And that was when Trump and Obama were president, right? And Trump was elected. And the 216th day of the year is August 4th, 2016. Get it? 216 with a crown. And also 2016 connects to Elvis. Elvis was born in the 20th state, died in the 16th state. Mississippi and Memphis. Mississippi and Tennessee. The 20th and 16th state. Okay, now to the TP connection. So remember, my two predictions are the Washington State June 11th event. You know, because when I say Seattle, folks, Seattle's the main place, but it's the collateral damage of it is going to be all of the west side. Okay, so it's Washington State we're talking about, not just Seattle. But June 11th and August 4th, Trump head wound. Okay, so those are the two events. The June 11th event connects to Elvis. Now, what's the TP? Okay. Yeah, you'll see in a moment, but because it's all about the 216. 2016 is like 216 because the zero, it's like saying 2, then everything in between is 0, then 16. Okay, so August 4th is the 216th day of the year. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Elvis and his identical twin were born on 1/8. Jesse spelled like that on his gravestone. So Jesse was born on 1/8. Elvis was born on 1/8. And if you say the date backwards, like they say in the UK, it's 8181, right? And if you add that up, it's 216 and 16-2. It's all about the 16-2s or the 216s. Okay? And August 4th is the 216th day of the year. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And remember, they're identical twins. Identical twins equals 162 forward, 216 backwards. There's your June 11th, 162nd day of the year, August 4th, 216th day of the year. What's the chance? Remember I told you the letter O is a crown. You put a crown on Elvis's birthday, January 8th, it equals 162 forward, 216 backwards. Okay, there's your June 11th, August 4th again. Who were the first two presidents that killed? The 16th and the 20th. 216, 16-2 with a crown. June 11th is 162. August 4th is 216. And then who was the third one? The 25th. So that we're in the year 2025. Get it? 2025, 162, then 2025. Anyway, and then the next one, the fourth and fifth one would be Trump. You see what I mean? JFK and Trump. But anyway, the first two presidents, 1620. Okay? Which is the 16-2, 216. Who was the... And I told you Elvis was born in the 20th and died in the 16th state. There's your 162 with a crown, 216 with a crown. June 11th and August 4th. And Elvis died on 8/16. Trump's going to be pronounced dead on August 4th, but he's going to survive. Elvis died on 8/16. Trump's death announcement is 8/4. Add that up, it's 1620 or 2016. If you say the date backwards like they do in the UK. See, 2016, 1620 again. And I told you Trump is the 44, 45 president. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. There's another connection. Um, from Elvis's birthday to 614 on a leap year, it's 1620 days to Trump's birthday. You know, that's interesting. And I forgot to put, I forgot to put that. Hold on. Where is that? Why do I not have that here? That, remember, everything's about the 216. How do I not have that there? From Elvis's birthday, if you go forward, I don't have a marker with me. So remember, we're talking about 216s, right? Or 16 twos. See, there's 216s right there. 16 is 16. 216s, get it? From Elvis's birthday, if you go forward 1616 days, it lands on 611. On a leap year, it would be 1617, but if it ended. But 1616 days. You see? It lands on 611. Anyway, and Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216. So there's your 216, 16, 2 again. Elvis's birth year, 1935. The only year when using prime numbers that adds up to 216. Prime numbers 19 is 67, 35 is 149, equals 216. It's the only year with prime numbers that adds up to 216 for the year 1900. The 1900s. Only year that does that. Elvis died on 8/16. 8/16, military time. If you use a clock, Elvis died on 8/16, the date, but the time 8/16 would be 2016. There's your 216, 162 again with a crown. And he died at age 42. Interesting, if you did 1620, what would it be? Look. So if you did 1620, the hands are on the 4 and 4, 1620. But it's in between 4 and 5. So 44, 45, get it? But anyway, 42 with a crown. Elvis died at the age of 42. 1620, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. You see what I mean? It's all connected. But really, I'm just showing you because he died on 8/16. The date at the age of 42, and 2016 is the time. I was just doing it backwards, 1620. But it all connects again back to this, because the 16th hour is 4 o'clock on the clock. The 20th hour is 8 o'clock p.m. So there's your 8/4 connection to 1620, 216. 162nd day is June 11th. 216th day is August 4th, 8/4. All right. And that's why you had the Beirut explosion on 8/4/2020, because the hands on the clock 2020 is on the 8 and the 4. So it's just weird, right? That I'm sure that was just a coincidence, right? And that I'm born in Beirut, Lebanon. But anyway, so everything's about the 216, 1620s, like I said. And the Super Bowl that had the Elvis halftime show in 1989, the only time in the Super Bowl history where the score was 20-16 was the Elvis halftime Super Bowl. And look who played, the 49ers. 4 times 9 is 36, which is the 666 connections. And they were playing the Bengals, which plays in Ohio, the state of Ohio. Cincinnati Bengals. Trump's going to get his head one in Ohio. But look, it's 216 or 1620. 2016, 1620. The only time in Super Bowl history, and that was the Elvis halftime show. Okay? And the 49ers, they play at Levi's Stadium. Levi's is Elvis. The Super Bowl MVP, or the Super Bowl quarterback who won the game, Joe Montana, born on 6/11. The trophy, Vince Lombardi trophy, That's what it's called, the Super Bowl trophy. He's born on 6/11. You see how perfect this is? Oh, man, I have to put this down. I'm losing my energy, folks. I did too many live streams today. I'm not enthusiastic, you know. Yeah, TP, 2 predictions, yeah. Good one. Oh, so TikTok has been saved for 90 days, huh? There you go. The 90 connection. Elvis turned 90 this year. So they revived it, huh? Oh, they revived it today? That's a good connection because today's the 116. The double cross is the Antichrist, which I told you guys. TikTok to be saved for 90 days. I mean, I told you I'm so tired. I don't even know what to ask stupid Google. TikTok gets a reprieve. The race to give TikTok. Well, wait. Is it or not? You said that they did it. When did they do it? It doesn't say that. Where did you hear this? I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. Did it just come up on a breaking news or something? Oh yeah, in the movie Wild at Heart, that the David Lynch movie, there was Elvis connections all throughout that movie, and a lot of head injuries, huh? I didn't see it, but that's what somebody's saying. But I knew there was Elvis connections, but I didn't know that had a lot to do with head injuries and heads being blown off or whatever. Yeah, I gotta find if where it says TikTok was given a reprieve. Let me just catch up to the chat. Yeah, good comments, folks. I appreciate your research on the Twin Peaks stuff because I see a lot of people putting stuff. But I'm just really tired, man. This is my like 4th or 5th live stream today. I'm losing it. Yeah, anyone who has to leave, God bless you. Take care. I'm gonna end the chat in 10 minutes here. Yeah, I'm just reading the chat and trying to catch up here. All right, caught up. TikTok given 90-day extension. I still don't see it. How could they not have how could they not have any like reporters or any breaking news on it? You know, you would think one of the channels would have it. Not one person, huh? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I don't believe it unless I see it. It's funny. I don't believe anything. Listen, check this out. I don't believe anything I see on the news, but yet I won't believe that the story's out until I see it on the news. What? What are you saying? I don't understand what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, all right. I'm done, folks. I could go on all day with this, but the main thing with the Super Bowl connections, because just now I mentioned it was 1989 Super Bowl, which was important, but the real important one was when Elvis turned 90. Okay, and what happened at that Super Bowl? That's the Super Bowl where Elvis, at the year Elvis turned 55, right? In 1990. Look. Like I said, you believe in coincidences. Like, if this is not supernatural, then that means you don't have any spiritual, you don't have any God in you if you can't see this. Listen, 1990, okay? First of all, right now, Elvis is 90 years old in the year 2025. But look, the year 1990, Elvis turned age 55. Just pay attention. Satan equals 55 and reduced numbers 10. Okay, like, hold on, folks. Let me shut this off. So Satan equals 55 and the reduced number is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10, okay? That's how you get the reduced number. So Satan equals 5510. Elvis, his age is 55 in 1990. Now, the Super Bowl in 1990 was 55-10. The only time in Super Bowl history where the score has been 55-10. And Satan equals 5510. Elvis's age was 55 that year. And look, it's that 49ers again. Right? And I told you 49ers play at Levi's Stadium. Right? And four times 9 is 36. 1 through 36 is 666. Levi's Stadium is Elvis Stadium. The quarterback was Joe Montana, born on June 11th. The Super Bowl trophy they get is 6/11. I mean, the Vince Lombardi trophy. Vince Lombardi's born on 6/11. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Now, so the Super Bowl score was 55-10, right? Hold on, folks. What did I do with it? So Elvis turned 55 that year. And Satan equals 5510 in 1990. And the score was 55-10, the only time in Super Bowl history. And Satan equals 5510. That's the year Elvis turned 55, right? Now, what are my two predictions? June 11th and August 4th. 6/11 to August 4th is 55 days when you add the day. 55 days from 6/11 to 8/4 when you add the day. So if you add that final day, 8/4, it's 55 days exactly. And by the way, 8/4 is the 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216, right? And Elvis is born on 1/8, and 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. So you have every connection. And remember, Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. But here's where the connection comes in. So 6/11 to August 4th is 55 days. Satan equals 55, right? And what does Satan need? He needs that 666. And Satan equals 55. Look, see? This is the final straw right here. So Satan equals 55. He needs the 611. Look, 611 plus 55 equals 666. You see? That's it. It's over. You can't get coincidences like this. Okay? So that means when 611 goes to 84 because 611 plus 55 is 666. It lands on 84. 84 is the 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. 216th day of the year is August 4th. Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. All right? It's impossible, man. Do you understand? Hold on. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. That some girl ran out onto the tennis courts years ago, and she had a shirt that says there's 1,028 days left. What else did the shirt say? Besides 1,028 days left or something. And she was just running out onto the tennis court. And tennis connects to Elvis because he was born in Tennessee. I mean, he died in Tennessee, Elvis. Hold on. And 1028 is when Elvis took the needle on Bill Gates' first birthday. Elvis took the polio injection. Everything to do with Elvis has to do with needles. The space needle and everything. Yeah, I know. The 119 is Trump's having a party. He's having some kind of get-together on 119. Yeah, I've mentioned that before. And 119 is like the 911, yeah. Hold on 1 second. What am I looking at here? Yeah. Anyway, so here's another incredible connection. All right. Ask yourself this. So the day I revealed that Elvis is the Antichrist was September 3rd, 2019. That day, on that exact day, I turned 55 years old. Because the very next day was my birthday. So, and when you go from my birthday to the day I revealed who the Antichrist was, it's 55 years when you add the day. Exactly. And Satan equals 55. So from my birthday to the day I revealed that Elvis was the Antichrist. So I'm just saying, do you understand what supernatural means? That is supernatural. And remember, I didn't come up with the dates. I told you it came supernatural. If you've seen my testimony video, you know. All right, folks. It's like I said, I'm not feeling. I'll leave the video up till tomorrow. And I'm going to take down the other video from earlier. Because this one has more important info than the other one. Now, Elvis doesn't have to be alive to be the Antichrist. His name is going to be worshipped. His image, the number of his name. Trump is here to make sure of that. Trump is the Antichrist in the flesh. Elvis is the real Antichrist. They're copying God because when God was in the flesh, Jesus, who is God in the flesh, God was still in heaven. That's what they're doing. They're copying God with Elvis and Trump being the Antichrist in the flesh. You know, he's being God in the flesh, Trump, and Elvis is God in heaven. That's what they're showing you by doing this. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Listen, there's all these people on the internet who are going to lose their minds if this Kamala doesn't get in, because every single one of them has hung their hat on that. I mean, literally, you know, they're saying, because a lot of them said that they were prophets and all this stuff. So they have a lot of answering to do on that, you know. So because once Kamala is gone, it's gone. She's not coming back to to become president. All right. So that's what I'm saying. You have 3 days left: 17th, 18th, and 19th. Because if it's on the 20th, something happens to Biden, they'll just hand it over to Trump. They'll just swear him in. So basically, you have 17th, 18th, and 19th for something. You know. So we'll see. I mean, you still have 3 days for those people who are on the Kamala bandwagon. You know. Because I know all the connections with it. All right, folks. Yeah. To answer your question, I have no idea. So don't ask me about guitars right now. I have no idea. Anyway, God bless all of you. Like I said, I didn't do a very good job in this video because you still should watch it, but there was some new info that I didn't mention in the other one. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End of video. I'll see you guys tomorrow in 12 to 14 hours from now. All right? All right, let me get rid of this person. Enough of this. Yeah, I just got rid of somebody. Let me get, who's the other one? There's one other person. Let me get rid of this person too. All right. I've had enough of that. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End of video.